and welcome to Pokemon The Ultimate Experience Part 1, Tournament Play. Today, we're going to go into Collector's Guide to the Galaxy and find out all the behind-the-scenes stuff of tournament play with Pokemon. We're also going to interview the owner of the store, kids playing, celebrities, all that and more right here in Collector's Guide to the Galaxy, Pokemon The Ultimate Experience Part 1. Stay with us.
Pokemon was kind of like, they're just little Japanese characters that they went big in America, and they went big and they started making videos, trading cards like we're playing here today.
So tell me, are you watching this video?
Yeah.
What are the main characters' names?
Ash, Misty, Brock, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, Team Rocket, Jesse, and James.
Okay, here we are with the guy who's had one too many bottles of Surge. And he is, from what I understand, an advanced player. What's your name?
Miko Hughes.
And is that true? You're an advanced player?
I don't know. I say I'm an advanced player, but I don't know if I'm that good. I just kind of started, but I think so, I guess. I've won every round I've played so far, so...
Do you do anything else with Pokemon? I mean, besides the cards or the tournament play? I mean, do you watch the videos, got comics, stuff like that?
I think I have most of the videos. I don't have some of the new ones. The 3 new ones I don't have. I have both Game Boy games, Game Link Cable, the red and blue version. I'm gonna get Pokemon Stadium, Snap, yellow version, Gold. And I'm a Pokemaniac.
All this from a Japanese video game.
We are here with the card guy, also known as
Brett Ginsburg.
There you go. Brett, could you tell me a little bit more about these cards and why they're a little bit more special or different than most card games?
Well, the main thing with Pokemon, it's a lot easier, so it's a lot more friendly to different people as far as being able to be played. Like a lot of the young kids that are playing Pokemon can't get into the more complex games, the ones that just have so much more going on. With this, it's all it's right in front of you. Easy to play, easy to learn, and not too challenging to master. Also, with this one, the other difference for this is that it's not necessarily the players that are purchasing it. Like with most games, like Magic or Star Wars, the same people that are coming in for it are also the same ones that are playing it. Here, it's half parents, half the kids. So we get the parents in confused and needing explanations just as often as the kids, you know, going, "Ooh, my Pokemon," and needing the product for themselves.
We actually found out that they start them pretty young. And Ryan, if you had to say anything negative about Pokemon, what would it be? There you go.
What I like best about Pokemon is all the different characters. They're so cute, and some of them, they're all different. I like that.
Pokemon has swept the nation, in fact, the world. Obviously, it's reached the jungle, has it not?
Oh yeah, the drum beats out there are all saying that it's the latest thing. It's definitely reached all the far corners of the earth.
We've got all the monkeys, that's all they do. They sit around and they play in Pokemon tournaments all day long.
Well, I like Pokemon because it's fun to play. These things will be worth something in a few years, and it's just a good way to have fun.
What's your favorite Pokemon character right now?
There's one called Sandshrew. It evolves into Sand Slash. He's like, he digs, he's like a little mouse or something.
My favorite Pokemon character, that's interesting. I got multiple favorites. Mewtwo is my favorite one, because he's psychic. I like psychic Pokemon. But I also like Rapidash, which is the evolved Ponyta. So, because he's the fastest Pokemon.
I think my favorite Pokemon character would be Squirtle.
I like Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard a lot. I also like Aerodactyl. My favorite Pokemon character is Squirtle.
I think my favorite Pokemon character is Charmander, I think. Or Pikachu, because everybody loves that one. What about you? What I like, who I like best is Pikachu. He's so cute.
I like the Beedrill. It flies around, it has like a poison stinger, and it pokes people with spears.
Blastoise, probably. Him and Kangaskhan.
Blastoise. This is my most favorite card in the world.
Hi, you're tuned into Where Are They Now? Sitting on my knee is last year's phenomenon, Furby. Is there going to be a celebrity death match in the future? What do you think? You heard it here, folks. He's very scared. Once again, very scared. I'm Jamie Jacobs reporting. I was wondering if you could tell me what this is. I think we were lucky enough to have somebody let us see what their collection is.
We borrowed one of the local kids' binders, and what we see here is his front page, which he put a lot of his rare cards, the ones that are the shiny ones, just to make them seem a little more special. And as you can see by the cards, they come in, various forms, both cute and cuddly, so even little girls will like them, on up to big and mean for the boys, the violent one, or the kids that want the big tough ones, the bad guys and stuff. And as you can see, there's both the characters in English. They also come in Japanese, which is how this originated. In fact, in Japan, the tournaments are huge. Like 21,000 is what we heard about for one of them. So it makes this seem like nothing. There's also special cards called trainers, which are just designed to help you play the game, not the characters that fight for you themselves. And most of these are based on some things from the video games.
What is the #1 most wanted card available right now?
The most sought-after Pokemon card here in the States is Charizard.
The big craze seems to be the Charizard card, and I finally found somebody who actually has it right here. Could you tell us your name?
Alex?
Alex, the Charizard card. Come on over here. Oh, you can pull it out for me. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Charizard card. The most wanted card here. Is that true?
Because it does the most damage and it has the most HP. Fire Spin does 100 damage. It's able to kill any Pokemon in one hit unless it has a resistance or if it's a Chansey or another Charizard.
The starter decks come with the earlier forms of Charizard, Charmander and Charmeleon. So once somebody gets started, the next thing they need is immediately Charizard.
Okay, so there you go, the most wanted card. Now, I want you to do this as quickly as possible because I want it to come right off the top of your head. Name me the 5 top cards if you were given the choice that you would like to have in your possession. Go.
Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, Raichu, and Mewtwo.
Here we are in the thick of tournament play, and I'm just about to interview a couple of guys that are going head-to-head. So tell me, can you tell me how your strategies go in this game? What's your main goal in going against your opponent?
Well, my main goal is sort of like to beat his Pokemon, and then I get to win, or like get rid of all his energies so his Pokemon don't have anything to do, so I could win.
Here we are with Ernie and Andrew Hudson. They are in the middle of play, and they took time out to talk to us a little bit about the Pokemon situation here. Andrew, I gotta ask, how are we doing so far today?
Okay. I lost my battle, but I hope to win my next battle.
So, I mean, so do you have a little break now? Are you taking a little break and then you're gonna go back in?
Yeah, I'm taking a little bit break, shuffling my cards, and I'll be going to battle just a few minutes from now.
Does your dad know much about this?
Well, sort of. When I play against myself, it's too easy, so I kind of force Dad to play with me sometimes.
So chances are he kind of knows what's going on.
Yeah, he sort of does.
What is a theme deck?
Well, it's kind of like a deck. You have to have 60 Pokemon cards to make a deck, and you kind of create your own, the battle. And usually, if you're creating a themed deck, it's supposed to do something like maybe you have like all Pokemon that can call for another Pokemon card.
Right. See, but you get the packs that you buy. You can buy a deck, but they prearrange those. But when you create your own deck, I mean, you go into battle with your own set group of Pokemon to do what you want them to do when you need them to do it. So once you get into the game, you want to get the cards that's going to support you in what you want to do. The thing I love best about this is, especially with the younger kids, it gives us a way to connect. It gives me and Andrew a chance to hang out today, be a part of the tournament, and things we can do together. When we get so into the video games, it's between them and the TV. This is us. You know what I mean? And it's great. And I mean, the athletic stuff is fine, but this is strategizing. It's talking. It's just a nice way to bond and connect.
Pokemon, way to be social yet go into battle at the same time. We love it. Thanks a lot, guys. I want to thank you for your time. Andrew.
Yes.
Good luck. Are you feeling the pressure here, or are you coasting along well and you're up?
Well, I beat him 2 out of 3 games yesterday, so I feel pretty confident today that I can take him down.
I cheated to lose. Yeah. I used on purpose. Wait, that's a good start. All right. I'm a loser. We won. Hey, I don't think that. All right, Toby. Cool, man. They're all gold and silver.
My name is John Cham, and I'm a local around here, not a star, and you know, I've been playing Pokemon for about 3 weeks, and that's pretty short time to get to the semifinals, and I'm very nervous of who I'm going to face, because I know I'm going to lose. I don't want to jinx myself, and I had to go through about 5 people.
Man, it sucks. I can't go to the jab. Discard this now. The jab. I tell you. Wait. I'm with the knife. Wait. What's that?
This always happens to me. All right. And if it's head,
One table. What's your strategy? How do you give us some tips on how to do well?
well, it's kind of just what you draw, but it's always to keep your most powerful Pokemon in play. And whenever he's like about to get hurt, you bring him back so you can like heal him.
Okay, so the key is to never let your Pokemon die,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because if you die, they take a prize card, and that's how you lose.
For the first big gym master that you fight, you want a water Pokemon. So. Well, you have to have at least 25 energies, 25 different energies, or 25 any energies in a deck. Then the rest is all the good Pokemon that you want to just stick in there.
Well, my secret tactics is my Kangaskhan's like my best card in there, besides Rapidash. So I hope to get him out, and also Rapidash. Because Kangaskhan can do his Comet Punch, and I can use that Comet Punch to knock off most of the Pokemon and get like most of my prize cards. And I'll bring out Rapidash and do his agility, so they can't attack me.
In the card game, for people who have been playing the Pokemon to avoid, I'm kind of scared of like, what is it, those, the popular characters, like Pikachu and Mewtwo, Charmander. I'm scared of those because they're powerful.
Oh, I should avoid ghost Pokemon the most out of all the Pokemon. They're the hardest to kill, I think.
So, I'm going to throw a rock at you.
Okay? You think? Yes, okay. I'm going to put Haunter and Ghastly.
Who do you put up?
I'm going to add an energy.
Yeah, you have to do that before you evolve, before you take your turn.
Okay.
And
Here. And throw another rock. I don't know which one's the 10 for you, so just... Why don't you just trade them in for 2 20s?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, it's getting down to the wire. We are in the middle of our elimination round, and this is what it's all about. The first place Pokemon Master Collector's Guide to the Galaxy trophy. Now, it's going to be one local versus one celebrity. I can't wait to see who wins.
Wait a minute, why did you put your... Oh, and then you put after the end of your turn.
Nope.
She does it? She does it?
At the end of your turn, you can roll.
Do anything, so I will double check.
You don't really have to put your basics down, but you have to put food before you attack. You can evolve. You have to make one turn.
Can I put an energy down?
Put your one energy down.
Okay, and then I'm going to do Flying Off.
How do you deal with the psychological warfare in tournament play? I mean, do you psych out your opponents, or how's that work?
It depends. You gotta get a feel for them. You gotta know if the way, you can kind of tell by looking at them, talking to them. You can either say, oh man, I just started, I'm really bad, and then kick their butt, or you can, if they look like they're kind of new, psych them out, and then say, oh yeah, I've done this forever, I'm really good, and stuff like that.
If you had to give any advice to a Pokemon inductee, if you will, what advice would you give?
Learn the names first. Learn how to pronounce them, because some people, it gets really confusing when they call them weird names. Just get used to the basics of it. Just, learn that there's 150, just, the story and how it goes, because it can get really confusing if you have no idea what you're doing. Learn the story and pretty much the basics. That'd be the first thing you want to do.
I'd say to them, the advice I'd give them is that try to learn as much as you can about it, because it's kind of complicated if you don't know, how to play, because it's not just like regular cards. So learn as much about it and just have fun playing it. Just start with like the beginner's deck, the pack, beginner's pack. Then just buy the themed decks and regular packs of 11 cards.
Advice I would give would be to just hurry up, to, get everything as quickly as possible, and then you can catch up with everyone else.
If I was going to advise somebody to get into the whole Pokemon craze, I would tell them to have fun. Don't get too into it, because then it's scary. Don't, think about Pokemon all the time, but, have fun with it, trade, just take it how it comes, just go with the flow.
Okay, guys, this is for all the gold. This is for the big trophy. The numero uno, the Pokemon Master. It's best 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay, I got tails. That's head.
Okay, that's it.
I draw cards. I flip over my Pokemon. And
We have Squirtle versus Fetchit.
Farfetch'd.
And I will bubble.
Rainier places a water and he attacks with Bubble.
Energy.
She's gonna be.
Okay, Pot Smash.
Okay, Pot Smash and knocks out Squirtle. She gets to pull a prize card.
We need something in the middle.
Okay, so he brings in Execute. Rainier looks like he's down to his last Pokemon, but he has to...
You'll see soon.
Yeah, he's gonna come and be like, bam, bam, bam.
Metronome or Hot Smash, you die.
Knocks the Pokemon out. So Furry has the ability to copy another Pokemon's ability, which is for 30 for Pot Smash, and it knocks your Farfetch'd out.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, so he goes to the bench, he pulls a prize card, you need to pull in a Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Water.
then...
No!
Nice.
Nice. And she knocks out, Okay, so they're shuffling their cards. Shuffling, 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 shuffle, shuffle. Loser gets to go first.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So pick a basic Pokemon, put it down, face down.
I should know this. No basic.
No basic, you get to pull 2 cards.
Doing horrible.
Okay, it's your turn, Ranger.
Tongue wrap.
Okay, he adds water energy, and he's going to do tongue wrap for 10, and also paralyzes. Looking to paralyze? No.
Dang it.
Your
It's not
turn.
working for me.
Card.
Oh wait, I can flip these over now.
Flip those over now.
Okay,
Add an energy.
10.
Gets down to put Fairy on his bench. He adds water to his Gyarados.
Oh, there.
I carried those things.
Trader.
And she's gonna do a trainer.
And
It lets him show you, he lets him put a Pokemon or an evolution card and into his deck. Search through his deck and get an evolution or a Pokemon card.
So, I get a better hand than me.
no, I just take one card that I need. I'll get. Oh, shuffle right there. Kill you with Dragonite.
Cool surprise cards.
Okay,
Okay, we started off with 80 kids, now we're down to the last game. This is for all the money. This is the tiebreaker. And the winner goes first.
Here I am talking to the owner of Collector's Guide to the Galaxy, Kenny.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about Pokemon thing.
Go for it.
First off, when did this thing originate? I mean, how old is it?
Oh, I don't know how old Pokemon is, but I know it's 3-4 years old. It's been here for a little over about 3-4 months before last Christmas. It hit the scene, and it was big, and kids were walking in the store asking for Pokemon, and I'd never heard of it. I was like, what? Pokemon? But I jumped on the ball, right, really quick. And the posters and the toys, stickers, banners, that was the hot thing. And through Christmas we sold stuffed animals. My whole store was covered with yellow Pikachus from wall-to-wall Pikachus, and that was the hot item. Pikachu was hot. And shortly after Christmas, the card game got hot, and it started building and building, and next thing I know, every little kid that walked through the door wanted Pikachu. Pikachu and Pokemon and Charizard and all those cards, they were after them. A lot of them were collecting, and just recently, they've started playing the game, which is pretty exciting because the kids actually get to use their brain versus video games. They get to play, and they get to play the games, read the cards, learn how to do battle, use their brains.
What is the secret to the Pokemon success and the mayhem and craze?
Yeah, that is a big question. I think it has to do with the number of characters. Generally, when you're looking at like a superhero team or an animated series, there's like 5 characters in the team, 6 characters or so. Kids like animals, and a lot of these characters are based on animals. All the different Pokemon, pocket monsters, and there's so many different animals and so many different characters that no matter what you like, there's gonna be a Pokemon that you're gonna like.
Yeah.
And I think the colors and the characters on the TV shows and their personalities, they make you laugh. They're playful. They can be mean. So anything a kid like, you're gonna have a Pokemon that covers it.
All right, and rumor has it though there's now 152. Is that? Did you hear that?
There's
You know
actually
that?
there's actually a lot more.
Oh.
There's another 150 that's been released in Japan, from what I've been told. And but here there's 152 that we know of. But
What?
there's more to come.
Well, why do you think Japan's holding out on the other 150 some odd Pokemon?
Well, it's new. When it's new, it's in Japan. They make more and more episodes, and it gets into their second and third seasons, then they release them here. They sell them to the different countries, and then we can finally get our hands on it.
I see.
Yeah.
So would you say that you're the Pokemon dealer and that you probably get stuff first?
Oh yeah, we may not get it first, but we get more than we keep it supplied. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
we go wherever we spend whatever it takes, go wherever it takes to get the product here because that's what the customers want, so that's what we have.
Now I can't help but notice with the young adults are the adults because they obviously can't drive their cars here, and so. But I've also noticed a lot of adults really getting into it and actually trading and playing as well. I mean,
oh yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the adults and the whole Pokemon thing?
Yeah, well, we're getting ready to have a clinic here for parents, Pokemon for parents. I've been watching a lot of the moms and dads, and they're pretty enthusiastic about their kids playing with the cards and playing in the card games and buying the toys because generally a parent will give you your allowance and that's about it. That's all you have for the week. And I've seen parents give the kids whatever they needed to get their Pokemon. So the parents are behind the kids 100%. I think it's because it's a good, clean fun. And so they're pretty supportive of that.
Okay, go.
He's gonna beat you. If you can't do anything this turn, you lose.
I could help her. Can I help her? No? Okay.
You can't help her. What do you do? Pass?
No.
And that's game. Rainier gets his last card. And you could have beat him. If you would have let him knock out if you would have let him knock out your Onyx and then brought your Farfetch'd out, put the energy on him, and flipped it and knocked out his whatchamacallit, you would have won.
Okay, last game with Rainier. First time I beat him, second time he beat me, third time he beat me.
But it looked like the third time looked like you were gonna.
Yeah, it looked like in the beginning it looked like I was gonna beat him, but then I just didn't. I don't think I really paid attention to what I was doing, and it's so good, and he just beat me.
The last 3 games, for the most part, she won because his deck didn't run well. Like I said, sometimes you can have a very good deck and a very experienced person, but if you don't get the right Pokemon in the right combination, it's just like a fighter having a bad day. Sometimes you just can't get that knockout punch, and so she beat him on that one. The second one, he just basically overran her because the deck ran very well, and she's not as experienced, so she couldn't stop him. There was ways that she could have, but like I said, she lacked experience, so she couldn't take the pounding that he's putting out. The third game, she had opportunities, many opportunities, and that's where the experience comes into play. Because if I was playing that deck that she had on that particular game, I could have beat him instantly. Because his deck runs very well, but at that point in time, he had a really bad pull, like the first game. And she kind of gave it up when she sacrificed a couple of her cards without thinking about it first. The turning point in that game was when she brought out her Farfetch'd and wasn't able to attack with him. What she should have did was placed another energy onto her Onyx, let him knock her Onyx out because she was 6 cards ahead of him, 5 cards ahead of him. She didn't have to worry about losing that guy because there's no way he would have been able to catch up. And once he would have knocked out her Onyx, all she had to do was put her Farfetch'd out, put an energy on him, and leak slap for 30, and that would have knocked his Gyarados out. She had 1 prize card, and she would have went home with all the stuff. And that would have been, wonderful. I love to see people like the underdog win. And I was very proud of her for even going that far. She did a very good job for someone who has 1 day worth of Pokemon experience.
In the beginning, I played a little easy players. Then after that, got a little harder. And then once I got to the finals, I got really nervous. Last 3 games, the first game, I knew I was going to get whooped by my hand. But I tried to hang in there, but I couldn't. The second game, I got a good hand, plus the cards I was drawing were good. Third game, I still had confidence in myself because my hand was okay, but she was still beating me. So I tried to stall her deck as much as possible, so I could build up this guy and kill that guy, or if he's low on health, I could build up that guy, retreat that guy, bring in that guy.
So how do you stall a deck?
Well, you retreat Pokemon and let them kill this Pokemon, retreat it, bring another Pokemon, and just let them keep killing certain Pokemon, but they're not dying. They're just getting hurt.
Hi, and welcome to Pokemon The Ultimate Experience Part 2, Trading and Training. I'm Jamie Jacobs, and welcome to the Collector's Guide to the Galaxy. Today we're going to talk to some kids about their secret trading techniques, so hopefully I don't get burned. And we're going to talk to Storm, a Pokemon master, about, well, his techniques in training. And if I'm lucky, I'm going to get to go against him head-to-head. Storm versus Jamie. Storm versus Jamie? I got to come up with a better name. Storm versus Leopard Boy. And here we are. The trading has begun. Actually, the mayhem has begun. If you think the New York Stock Exchange is crazy, check this out. As a matter of fact, I'm lucky enough to have... That's right. I got my own set, and I'm going in.
Never mind them.
Look at Brian
I have a feeling there's something good in here, so I want to start some trading. Does anybody want to trade? Huh? Okay, all right. Well, anyway, now hold on a second. I'm gonna open this up right now in front of all you guys, but I'm gonna hold one just in case. Hold on. Is there? Yeah, these are human-proof actually. Now, do these have gum in them? You get gum? No. All right, now hold on. I'm gonna hide this one. All right, because this is the winner. I'm willing to trade a couple of these. All right, so I'm just gonna whip out one, and you guys tell me what's fair and what isn't. All right, here we go. This is scratch. Anybody up for a scratch?
No thanks.
No? Is scratch bad?
Let me see. It's okay. That's 20 damage, but compared to some cards, it stinks.
Yeah, but it's got 40 HPs.
Charizard has 120.
The elusive Charizard. Well, how do you know I don't have a Charizard in here? Rapidash, is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's trade. Who wants to trade? Talk to me. Talk to me. Tauros. Is Tauros a bad thing? What do you think? Is it fair?
Yeah, let me look for it, man.
You think it's fair?
Yeah.
What's your name? Sophie, you look honest. You look honest. Tell the camera that it's a fair trade.
It's a fair trade.
All right, I'm going to do it. All right, I want someone to explain to me how you figure out what's a good trade and what is not a trade. All right, hold on. We're gonna let this guy explain what is a good trade real quick. All right, here we go.
All right, the rarity symbol on the bottom right-hand corner.
All right, so the rarity symbol is where?
Right here. That's common.
All right, this is a very common card then?
Yeah.
All right, so it's not that good. That's a common?
Diamonds are...
Okay.
Stars are rare.
All right.
Diamonds are uncommon and stars are rare.
Stars are rare, diamonds are uncommon.
Yeah.
All right. Now, does a trainer card do anything for me?
Oh, yeah. You get like that in every pack.
So you get a trainer card in every pack. All right. You want to trade a trainer card for that? You think that's pretty fair, you guys? How come I feel there's a conspiracy happening here, and I'm going to walk away with it? All right, it's fair? All right, it's fair. Now, hold on. We got to shake again. Let's do the Pokemon shake, something like that. All right, so let's move on. Tauros, how are we? Okay. Now, hold on. Show the camera right on. Now, I'm going to ask Kim. I'm going to ask Kim. Do you think this is a fair trade, a Tauros for a Rhydon?
Yes, it is. Very good trade. For you.
All right.
Let me see the card. Yeah, it's a trade.
All right, this is a fair trade. I'm gonna do it. But we have to do the Pokemon thing.
Yeah,
okay.
cool, man.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait up. I'm gonna buy
All right, so we're in the middle of it all, and we have an innocent bystander, and I'm guessing you have a young adult here that's the trading.
No, you're in the middle of it all, so I'm just waiting out the time.
Now, is this an every Wednesday situation?
We've been here twice, so it's about twice in the last 6 weeks.
Have you got into the trading wars at all?
I have no idea what they're doing.
You and me both. Okay, I'm gonna.
You started with you're getting off real good here. We started with 5 little cards, ended up with 30. You're trading.
I'm doing good? All right. Okay, I like her. The key to this game, am I wrong or right, is to get as many cards as you can?
You could get, well, if you have all bad cards, it wouldn't be good.
So if I had a giant stack taller than me, it wouldn't matter. It's how good the cards are.
Yeah, you can only play 60 cards in the game.
All right, now you help me. Take a look at her cards. Tell me if it's worth trading anything. She got some good stuff?
No.
She doesn't have anything good?
It's dropping energy, that's pretty much all.
So, what do you think? Should I do anything?
Foil card for a mid-chop energy. Probably not.
But she's so darn cute, isn't she? I mean, what?
Yes, she is. No comment on that. No comment on that.
She's so darn cute. I feel like I need to give her something.
If you have a mechanic, and what other foils do you have? What other foils do you have? Whoa, what's that? I'm trading
Yes.
I'm trading Victoria for Charlie.
Alright, let me find it. Okay, where is it? It's not even in here.
Hey.
All right, we're here with Brett, and I had a quick question about what advice you could give young adults or even adults on their book as far as the cards go.
Well, if you're getting them for a collection just because you like the pictures, you like the whole concept of Pokemon, then the best thing is to always try to pick up the rarest ones as easily as possible, as quickly as possible. And when you're trading, don't give away something that you'll be able to reacquire too easily for something that's going to be impossible to replace. The cards actually have symbols on them telling you whether they're common, uncommon, or rare, so that even if you're trading a rare card away for bulk, you can make sure to get, a fair trade out of it, or just one rare for one rare, or something comparable. On the other hand, if you don't collect the cards, you just enjoy the game, and you want to build a deck that'll help you win, say, tournaments like the one here today, or other ones elsewhere, then you'd want things that'll help your game itself. Certain cards give you card advantage, like Bill immediately replaces itself and gives you an extra card. There's another one called Professor Oak, which will refill your entire hand. Both of those will help you get through your deck to the cards you need quickly, so you can get to your big, strong Pokemon that will eventually win the game for you.
Okay, so there you have it. Those are some tips on how to not only be a good collector, but a better trader as well. Okay, so thanks a lot, Brett. I really appreciate you talking to us.
Anytime.
And good luck with the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right. Wow, that's a fat book you got there. You got a lot there, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, so is there any other strategies I need to know about trading cards at all to help me along so I don't get hosed like I just did a few minutes back?
I use a magazine that tells the prices.
So would that be considered, I don't know, inside information or cheating?
No.
That's just smart. Okay, good.
If you don't get a foil for a foil, it's a bad trade.
So this one's a foil?
Yeah.
Is a hologram and foil the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Foil, shiny back, whatever.
Okay, so those are three names that they're kind of all the same. How long have you been trading?
A couple months.
Couple months? Have you had any good trades today?
One.
You've had one good trade? What was it?
Gen card for a Hypno.
So that's a pretty good trade. Did the other guy make out okay too, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Got any good trades today?
Yeah, I almost got him here this close, but I traded this kid 3 rares for one of my Zapdoses. I got a good trade.
Okay, could you elaborate on the whole rare thing in a Zapdos or whatever?
Sure. The rare symbol means it's hard to find in a pack, and if you get it, you're pretty lucky. And the Zapdos, it's one of the 3 legendary mystic birds, and it's pretty hard to get. I had to buy it here from Collector's Galaxy, and I got a pretty good deal off it. I traded him for a Raichu, Jolteon, and Victory Bell, so I got a pretty good trade.
Okay, and so have you ever done a trade here where you just totally lost your head and later on figured out that you made the biggest mistake of your life?
Yeah, I traded my Charizard away for like these 2 foils, and then I wish I hadn't done it because I had the whole American set, and I was like, and it took me like 2 months to get the whole thing, so I was pretty depressed.
Did you seek counseling or any help of any sort?
No, I looked in myself for counseling, and I eventually got over it because I got another Charizard in Japanese. Now I'm giving up the whole American thing, just going for the Japanese.
Finding strength from within. Thank you, sir. Good luck today. Okay.
Once where I traded about like 18 cards for 1 Blastoise, which is a really good card. Then I traded back to my friends because I realized that Blastoise was a very good card.
Well, the best Pokemon trade I ever did was probably when I got Kangaskhan. Because Kangaskhan is the cheapest Pokemon you can get. And he's the easiest card you can use. So you do is flip a coin 4 times and it's Comet Punch. And you can literally kill every single Pokemon. Except for the Charizard.
Want a Nidoqueen? Want a Nidoqueen for your Poliwag? Hey, do you have Canada? I used to have Canada, but I traded.
Hey, Ryan, there you are.
Oh, are you trading
Has there been any Jerry Springer-like situations happening tonight?
No.
So it's kind of calm.
Yeah, we pretty much keep that in check.
You seem like sort of a master at this, or close. Are you close to being a master at all?
I wish.
All right. What sort of trading techniques do you use to better your game?
What she gave me, this. Are you talking about when I'm playing somebody with the cards, or am I trading?
I'm talking when you're in the trenches, when it's full on, when the other person's looking at you, sneering, and you guys are going head to head.
Most powerful HP, and if it takes away the most, that would be it. If it takes away most HP, like 30x on a Nidorino, it's pretty good. Probably pronounced that wrong, but...
What are your training tips? Like what do you do to be good and to win and get good cards?
Well, I buy a lot of booster packs, of course, and a lot of cards. Look at the card really closely, see what it does, and see, not like Charizard, oh, it's 100 damage, woo. I mean, like, you could look at another guy that's like a little guy, and he could whoop him. Like this Mr. Mon guy has 40 HP, and that guy has 120. He could beat him just with one move that he has.
Really?
It's just like a power, so Charizard can't attack him or something. Everybody thinks Charizard is such a good card.
So,
Not that good.
so the truth comes out that Charizard is really kind of lame.
I used to have like 6 or 7 of those cards.
And you got rid of them?
Yep, I only got 1 now. I got 2 sets in my backpack right now, but I don't take them out. Else the kids go, ooh, I'll trade you something like that. Something for that.
Okay, so what's the main thing to keep in mind while trading?
Make sure you always get the better deal, I guess. That's what I do. Make sure you're not ripping yourself off. Look at the quality of the card if it's not bent and scratched up.
Would anybody like to buy some Star Wars stuff? I mean, we got Jar Jar Binks or Naboo pistol. So I heard this vicious rumor that Pikachu kicked your butt. Is that true? You know, it was called the Phantom Menace, and well, there's not even a Phantom in here. Go over there to the excitement. Bye. I'm standing here with Storm, the Pokemon Master, and rumor has it that you were kind of looking in on some of my trading.
Yeah, I was taking a peek.
Okay, I started with the Jungle Booster. What? And check it out. Look how I did.
Well, I gotta see the cards before I can tell you how well you did. Sometimes it doesn't matter how many cards you get, it depends on what you get.
Oh, you mean so if I have a whole bunch, it doesn't matter? Or it could not matter?
Yeah, it could not matter. It just depends on the quality of the card and what cards you actually have.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and hand them over to you, and you just give me a little synopsis of how I did, okay? All right, here we go.
Take a look at them here. Let's see. Pikachu is common. Eevee, it's okay. Let's see. Mankey, he's all right. You got a lot of those. You got a lot of duplicates. No foils at all.
Okay, so that's bad.
Yeah, you want to get foils. For the most part, foils are like the most collectible cards.
You know, I could swear I had some of those at one point.
Yeah, you did, and you gave them away pretty easily too.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. You got to watch out. Some kids will take advantage of you. They'll tell you they don't really want it, and then you'll sell it for cheaper.
So, like when they were all gathered around me and saying, "Oh, do it," I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you should have kept on to it. Probably could have got a better card out of it. For the most part, your best card is probably Taurus.
Okay, so my best card is Taurus.
Yeah.
And other than that,
you got a lot of commons. So you started out with a couple of pretty good cards, but you wind up getting just a whole bunch of commons, which, I mean, people give them away all day long.
All right, so, well, I learned my lesson. I won't do that again. And you witnessed, actually, me losing pretty bad.
Yeah, you actually traded again. You gave another kid 10 regular cards for another foil, which kind of gave you another lead back, but then you just kind of gave it away, so.
Plus, too, my foil had scratches on it, too, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, scratches can bring down the quality of the card.
Now, if you're getting cards to trade or getting cards to play, is there a difference? I mean, what's that like?
There's a big difference in getting the cards to play, and depending on if you're trading. If you're just trading to collect the cards, for the most part, you just want to get the really expensive foils. But if you're trading to build a deck or something like that, sometimes it's okay to get duplicates of commons and stuff like that, because your cheapest cards are your basic Pokemon, and if you're building a deck and you're learning how to play the game, you need a lot of those.
Okay, so what if I'm trading and I'm unsure of a trade? What do I do?
Well, if you're unsure of a trade, basically what you want to do is either have your parent there looking in on you, somebody who's in the store, a specialist like myself, or a collector who's there who's actually running the tournament, the trading or whatever, and basically ask them, or you can even ask your friend. If he's there with you, you ask him, what do you think, but always be sure of a trade. If you're unsure, always ask someone else.
Throw in some tips and techniques that are going to help me be a better player.
Well, basically, to begin with, you want to try to get a lot of cards. You want to use your duplicates. You never want to trade cards that you need because you're trying to complete a whole set, and right now I believe there's 152 cards. So what you do is you get the duplicates that you don't need, and you trade for some of the cards that you do need. When you're trading, like I said before, if you're not sure for a trade, you either ask your friend or a specialist who's on there. For the most part, you can check on the cards. Some of the cards have little symbols at the bottom right-hand corner. Circle represents common, a diamond represents uncommons, and then the stars are rare. And basically, you don't want to trade a rare card for a couple of commons, unless, of course, you're building a deck or something like that.
So there again, this reiterates the fact that there is a difference between collecting cards for trading and collecting cards for playing.
Exactly, there's a big difference.
Let's find out exactly how you would go about trading, and if somebody had something you wanted, how would you do it, and what would you look for from the other person trying to get something from you?
Well, for the most part, it depends on what card I'm looking for. But like I said, say for instance, if I'm looking for a Raichu or something, which is a foil electric Pokemon, you don't want to trade like foil cards for regular cards because it will never add up, because a foil card is way more valuable than regular cards. You also, what I would do if I'm trading for it, I would offer less than what I'm actually wanting to get it for. Because usually what the person, when they're offering, they're going to try to get you out of more cards. So you just got to kind of wheel and deal back and forth. You already know what you want to trade it for, but you also know that they're probably, gonna want a little extra. So you just kind of meet them halfway.
What technique would you use if you saw a card that somebody had that you wanted, and it was an experienced trader? What's something that Storm would do?
Well, for the most part, I would probably just try to find out what I think the person who's trading the card and what they want. It's like playing poker. You want to find out his weaknesses. And you say, well, let me see your cards for a second. I got this card I want to trade you. Look at what cards. And he goes, oh, okay, he needs this guy, he needs this guy, and this guy. And you just kind of round it out. Well, I'll give you this guy and this guy if you give me this guy. And usually they go, oh, okay, because I need those two guys.
Now remember, if somebody asks to take a Pikachu, say no, because you need this card. Now, if somebody tells you you're a Charmander, it's not a compliment. Believe me.
Basically, Pokemon consists of 7 different colors, 7 different elements. These elements come in Pokemons as well as energy. You have your colorless energy. You have your grass energy. You have your electric energy. You have fighting energy. You have fire energy. You have your water energy. And you have your psychic energy. Each one of these energies, like I said before, they have Pokemon that coincide with these energies. Like with electric, you have Pikachu. He's an electric Pokemon. You have Charmander, who is a fire Pokemon. You have Squirtle, who's a water Pokemon. Rattata, who's a colorless Pokemon. You have Mewtwo, who is a psychic Pokemon. And then Machop. Machop, who is an energy Pokemon. And then I'm missing Grass. Just a second. And then there's Bulbasaur, who's a grass Pokemon. Each one of these Pokemon that you see in front of you are what we call basic Pokemons. basically what basic Pokemon are exactly what they are. They're the basic stage that comes out before you can evolve into anything else. I'll explain evolve later. The way you can tell that they're basic Pokemons, if you look up into the left-hand corner of the cards, you'll see right here it says basic Pokemon. Also, the way that you can tell what type of Pokemon they are is you see this little icon right here in the corner, which is a circle. In the middle of it, it has what element they are. Like Charmander has a flame, just like the fire energy does. Squirtle has a water inside a circle, just like the water energy does. This little symbol, these little numbers right here that has HP next to it, basically what this is the Pokemon's hit points. Some people call it health points, some people call it HP, some people call it hyper points. No matter what you call it, basically what it is Pokemon's lifespan. Basically what it is when he runs out of these hit points, he's knocked out, which means he can't fight anymore. Each Pokemon has different attacks. The attacks are right here under their picture, as you can see, like with Charmander's Scratch. With this emblem right here, he does Scratch for 10. Now this circle right here that's colorless, like this energy down here, that doesn't mean that he needs this specific energy in order to do this attack. Basically what this means is that he can use any color energy attached to him in order to do this attack. Okay, now keep in mind everything that I explained to you guys, you might not kind of understand it right now because it's just words and it's explaining how the cards demonstrate and how they work. But for the most part, once I show you the demo game and we go through the steps, you guys will see that it's pretty easy to catch on. Okay, he does an attack for 10, and basically this is the damage that he does to another Pokemon when he does the Scratch attack. Some attacks require more energy than one, like his only require one. His require one, but it has to be a fighting energy. Like Machop, he does a low kick for 20, but he has to have a fighting energy attached to him. But he only needs one, and for every circle icon that's next to that attack, that's one more energy card that he needs attached to him. Like Bulbasaur's attack, he does Leech Seed, and he needs 2 grass energy attached to him in order to do this attack. Once he does this attack for 20 to the defending Pokemon, he heals himself for 1 counter. Each counter represents 10, so basically he heals himself for 10 points of damage every time he uses an attack. So if he's damaged for 10 points of damage and then he does his attack, it heals him back up completely. Then what you have, after attacks, you have what they call weaknesses. Most Pokemon have weaknesses, some of them don't have weaknesses. Basically what the weakness does is any damage that a Pokemon takes from that specific weakness that he's weak against, he takes double. Say for instance like Charmander, he's weak against water. That means if Squirtle here, because he's a water Pokemon, he attacks Charmander, Charmander would take double. So if he hits him for 10, he would take 20. Then you have what you call resistance. These particular Pokemons don't have resistances, but this one does. Rattata, he has resistance. Basically what he's resistance against is psychic. You see the little circle is purple and it has a little icon like this energy. That means he's resistance against Mewtwo's attacks. But he's only resistance up to -30. What this means, if Mewtwo attacks him for 30 points of damage, it does how much? 0. Okay? But if he attacks him for 40, how much does it do? 10. Right, there you go. If he attacks him for 50, he only does 20, and so forth. So you subtract that. It's like he's immune to it, but only up to -30. These are basic Pokemons. Some of them evolve into bigger Pokemon. They're the same Pokemon, they just get a little bit bigger. I'm going to use a couple of them as an example, like like Squirtle. He turns into War Turtle. He also turns into Blastoise, but right now we're just going to use the first stage as an example. He's the same Pokemon. The only difference is that his name changes and he gets bigger. He has more hit points. The way you can tell what card he attaches to, because it has a little picture of Squirtle and also says up at the top that he evolves from Squirtle. So it tells you exactly what you need to do with the card when you get it in your hand. So if you're not sure, just read the text and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Then they have what they call the second stage. So far, this is the highest stage that Pokemon's evolve into. It's stage number 2. At this point, the Pokemon's at his max, pretty much as he can get. He has more hit points, like with Machamp, he has 100. Right here at the top, it tells you he evolved from Machoke. He has another attack, which costs more energy. He needs 3 fight and 1 of any other color. He's still weak against Psychic, and his retreat cost is 3. He does more damage, which means he does 60 instead of 20, which he was doing when he was Machop. Also, second stage Pokemon get second stage Pokemons get what they call a Pokemon power. Basically, what Pokemon power is, right? It's an extra move. Basically, it happens automatically, or you can just use it as often as you like, depending on what the text say. Like with Machamp, basically what his Pokemon does is it does damage to the other person's Pokemon for attacking him, because he's like a big rock, so he gets really big and really hard. So if, say for instance, if Charmander, bless you, so say for instance if Charmander tried to scratch him, he would take 10 damage just for scratching him. He would hurt his hand because he's so hard. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. When you can evolve a Pokemon, you only want to evolve it when you have enough energy to be able to attack with him. Unless, of course, you're going to use him for a big wall, because that's what he becomes. Say, for instance, if you evolve Machamp all the way to stage 2 and he doesn't have the four energy he needs in order to attack, he just becomes a big wall. And he just, the opponent's just hitting him until you knock him out. So what you do is you wait till you have enough energy. That way, once you evolve him, he's ready. He still can attack. He can still put the smash down. And then you have what you call trainers. Basically what trainers do is they help you defend your Pokemon. There's different kind of trainers. I'm just going to go over a few so you guys can get an overview of how they work. There's trainers like Switch. Basically what Switch allows you to do is it allows you to switch your Pokemon without having to use the retreat cost. Remember I explained to you sometimes you have to discard energy in order to run away? Basically what this is it's kind of like a Pokeball. It's like instead of the Pokemon actively running away himself, you use the Pokemon to bring him back. So it's free. You don't use any energy up doing that. There's trainers which are called like energy removals. Basically what energy removals does is it removes energy from a particular Pokemon, because the object of the game is to build your Pokemon up really big with a lot of energy and to keep your opponent from doing the same. As long as his Pokemon don't have any energy and they're weak, you can knock them out quicker, because the more energy they get, the more they can evolve them, the quicker they can evolve them, and nobody wants to fight against a big Pokemon. There's Gust of Wind. Basically, Gust of Wind is the same thing as Switch, except you use it against your opponent, because sometimes what will happen is your opponent will have a very big Pokemon that you can't take out with your regular Pokemon, and he has like weak Pokemon on the bench. That allows you to switch, so that way you can bring in the weak Pokemon that you can knock out really quick, and then you get a prize card. So it's like a tactical card, strategic card.
So can you only use one of these cards in a game? Or?
No, you can use up to 4 in your deck, and say for instance if you're playing a hand and you have one Squirtle down and you have 4 power pluses, you can put all 4 on him. You can build it up so he does 50 in one shot. Boom, knock Pokemon out. A lot of times you'll find people who play like that and they win very quickly.
Well, I like the way you played. It's fun. It's fun. It's also strategy, and it's like Vegas. It's all in the cards. I mean, seriously.
After you draw your card on your turn, which he has already done, the next thing you want to do is play any trainers that you might have that's going to help you out. Like, for instance, Bill. Bill, basically what he does is what? Allows you to get 2 cards. So a lot of times you want to use him immediately. So you say, I'm going to use my trainer Bill. You put him in your discard pile, which is always next to your deck, and then you pull 2 more cards. And those go into your hand. Now, I have an energy removal, which I'm going to use. Basically what that allows me to do is remove his energy. The reason why I want to do that, because what happens is if he puts another fighting energy on Diglett, he can do Mud Slap. That's going to hit my guy for 30, and it's going to knock him out. And I don't want him to do that, because he'll get a prize card, and then he'll be winning. So I'm going to remove that energy. That particular energy he loses, and it goes to this card pile. Now, for the most part, he has 2 fire Pokemon and 1 colorless. He wants to use his colorless because right now all he has is fighting energy. He doesn't have any fire energy, so that's not really going to do him any good. So he wants to use somebody who can use the energy that he has. So he'll put his Rattata on the bench, and then he's going to take his 1 energy for this turn, because you always want your main Pokemon to be attacking. Actually, let me think about that for a second. Either way, he could go both ways. If he wanted to, since Diglett has free retreat cost, which means he doesn't lose energy, he could actually switch this guy. Since he's hurt and he can only do 10, he could switch it with this guy and do 20. Okay? So he has this 1 energy he can use. But if he uses Diglett, he'll do 10 to me, but I'll actually take 20 because I'm weak against fighting. So I'll take double. So he could really pretty much go both ways. So it's basically up to him. Since his Diglett is hurt already and he only has 20 more to go, he doesn't want to leave him out here, because then that subjects him to be knocked out. So he might want to retrieve this guy. He brings up his Rattata, then he uses his 1 energy, and then he attaches that energy, and like he only needs 1 energy to do bite, and since it's colorless circle, that means he can use any color energy, so he attaches to fighting. Okay. There's 3 ways you can lose or win in this game. If your opponent knocks all your Pokemon out, he wins. If he knocks out enough Pokemon to get all your prize cards, he wins. If you run out of cards, like say for instance my turn and I don't have a card to pull, I lose and the opponent wins. For the most part, the only thing I really can do is evolve my guy. So now the reason why I'm evolving him is because 1, I put him out last turn, so he has to stay in 1 turn before you can evolve him. So every time you evolve him, you have to wait a turn. Say for instance if you had Machop, okay, you make him Machoke, you have to wait a turn, then you make him a champ. You can't do both at the same time. The reason why I'm making him Gyarados is because I have no energy and he's knocking out my Pokemon. So I'm going to bring this guy out here and he's going to be a big wall for me, right? Right. And another reason why I'm going to make him bigger because right now he has all fighting Pokemon, right, on his bench. Gyarados resistance is fighting Pokemon. So that means it not only becomes a big wall with 100 hit points, but it becomes a big wall that he can't damage anytime soon. What allows me to do is recuperate from what he just did to me because he just knocked out my Pokemon and all that other good stuff. So he has a lot of fighting energy, which is good because he's using his fighting Pokemon. Now, Rattata is already built up because he only has 1 energy. You can put more on him, but why waste it? He only needs 1 energy to do his only attack. He's not evolving him, and he doesn't need an extra energy in order to retreat. So what he wants to start doing now is building up his benched Pokemon. So what you do is you put energy on this guy since he's not hurt. This is probably the main guy you want to put it on. So now he's ready to go. So for whatever reason, if Rattata gets knocked out, this guy's ready to fight. You don't have to build him up. You see what I'm saying? Ah, another energy.
He's Chameleon.
Retrieve Rattata for free.
So put it on your Charmeleon. Right.
Yeah, use Charmeleon against me.
Okay. And you can retreat your Rattata for free. And bring up this? Yep, bring him out. Sacrifice 1 energy and you can do flamethrower. You can do flamethrower for 50 and that knocks this guy out.
Why did you sacrifice energy?
Because that's what his attack does. He's like a dragon. He has to suck his fire in and he blows it out as an attack.
All right.
Which attack you want if he
if he only wanted to scratch for 30, he could do that. But if you can knock a person's Pokemon out, 9 times out of 10 you want to use that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Storm, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I learned a lot. Okay. And I'll see you again. Okay. I'll let these guys go. All right.
So hopefully the terms Diglett, Drowsy, and Squirtle mean something more than just some crazy gibberish. They're Pokemon. I'm Jamie Jacobs, and on behalf of everyone here at Collector's Guide to the Galaxy, we hope you had fun and learned something. And remember, catch 'em all.